Hello, everyone. Welcome to Midweek Gaming. I'm Nick, the comments, of course, Justin. So here's a juicy one this week. Turns out there was actually a good reason we kind of waited on. Well, not waited. We kind of put off doing a story for this week because stuff just kind of kept happening in this story that's really interesting. If you haven't heard, Rockstar got hacked again. This is the second time in like 3 years. Happened back in 2022. So there's just. I don't know if you'd call it a leaky sieve, but it definitely doesn't inspire confidence in internet security over there. Regardless, though, stock got hacked. Before you ask, no, as far as I'm aware, nothing for GTA 6 got leaked, so, calm down.
I'm sorry to say, but no GTA 6 stuff
No
yet.
pixelated nudie leaks of like a beach or something like that. Because let's be honest, that's totally something you'd see in GTA, honestly.
No car driving yet.
No car traffic. Well, who knows? Maybe at that point there are. I think they're basing it in like Miami or like one of the sun-kissed states, shall we say, or sun-kissed cities. So, but regardless, off on GTA, nothing there. But funny thing did happen, yeah. So get this right. Basically, the story goes like this: an internet hacker group a few days back basically hacked Rockstar servers. Let me see, what are they calling themselves? Shiny Hunters. Real cringe, if I'm being honest. But I think it's a group of teenagers too. They revealed, so that kind of makes sense for the cringe. But anyways, so they hacked Rockstar servers, yeah. Then they basically came and took credit for it. They basically said something along the lines of, and this is apparently a quote: "Rockstar Games, your data was compromised pay or leak." Again, I think they're trying to play anonymous or whatever. But anyways, so yeah, they basically threatened to release whatever data they got if they didn't get any money. They gave a deadline of April 14th, and guess what happened? Rockstar did nothing because Rockstar's not paying.
Nothing. Nothing.
Nothing. So the deadline came, and the deadline went, and the data got leaked. So at least they were true to their word. But instead of, I guess, causing damage to Rockstar and doing kind of what the last leak did, which link down below to an article about that, basically some. This is the last leak, mind you. Not classified, but sensitive, maybe employee data got leaked, and I think like a few videos of GTA 6 got leaked around there as well. Yeah, none of that actually came out. Turns out what it was, part of the data was actually, by the sounds of it, financial statistics for how good GTA Online was doing profit wise. So what happened because of that leak is that suddenly Take-Two, the parent company of Rockstar, had a massive boost in stocks and I think got like a month-long high, going up about $3 or $4 in total stock price as a result of the leak. Because now everyone wants to invest in Take-Two because how profitable GTA 6 is. So TLDR, they got hacked, hacked info got leaked, and instead of damaging them, it actually made them money. So congratulations, Shiny Hunter, whatever you call yourself. You played yourself, I guess. So yeah, it's kind of the whole story. Let me see if I can get you the actual details of how much the numbers went up. Because before all this, right, Rockstar's stock, according to an article from Kotaku, prior to all of this, was sitting about $202 a share. Pretty decent, all things considered, for price stocks. However, after the leak and all the data got shared, it shot up to $207 a share. That's, for those who don't do math when it comes to extrapolation, because that doesn't sound like much, but right. But when you do the numbers, that's roughly $1 billion increase in Take-Two's market cap. So basically, they kind of have an extra billion now because of this in terms of profitability. So congratulations. Oh boy. Granted that everything has settled back down now after the whole business is said and done, and they've gone back down to like 205.77 a share as of 1:05 p.m. as of the article that I'm reading off of Kotaku's posting, which this was revealed April 14th, so let's say a few days back, 2-3 days back. So, yeah. All in all, kind of a wild adventure, all things considered. I don't know in terms of it. The article itself even ends with an interesting line. I imagine the folks at Shiny Hunter weren't expecting this outcome when they taunted Rockstar on their website by asking, "Oh, apparently this is how it feels to be a headline now." Feels pretty good. Yeah, back on Shiny Hunter, I guess they even taunted on their own website, or Rockstar's of their own, I'm not sure, how it feels to be a headline now, which, yeah, as the article points out, probably feels pretty good because they got an extra billion out of it, so, oops. It's honestly, I'm not too sure how hacker circles work, but I'm pretty sure that probably made them an absolute mockery because instead of humiliating Rockstar, they made them a $1 billion in, well, not made them, but they increased their profitability index, let's say, by an extra billion. So yeah, well done, guys. Well done. What's your take on this, old Justin?
It sometimes isn't worth going after a company to try to take data from them in hopes that you'll get money, because sometimes the things that you find from them end up not even remotely benefiting you. And in this case, such an event happened. So
Yeah,
take that
yeah.
as you
My
will.
Yeah. My guess is that they basically breached their servers through something. I don't know. Maybe they got a email employee. I mean, through a little bit of phishing, they managed to scam the password of an employee and then back end their way into the systems, and then just started taking anything that wasn't nailed down. But I guess there was really nothing in there that kind of warranted, concern. So, yeah. Like I said, I'm not sure how it works in hacking circles, but my guess is when you make the company you tried to swindle more profitable after you did what you did, you're
You should
not getting
probably
any
stay
internet clout.
quiet for
So
a while.
you're probably gonna stay quiet for a hot while. Yeah, this, especially like I said, when you taunted them after about being a headline. So yeah, y'all
Yeah.
just made yourself look like fools. A real egg on your face moment. But anyways, that's kind of the internet in a nutshell. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is, right? So yeah, that's kind of the whole business with Rockstar being hacked. Like I said, second time in like 3 years this has happened, but I don't know. A much better outcome to this one than the last one, which, like I said, I believe included personal information and a bunch of other stuff. So a much more successful hack, I would argue. But yeah, that's kind of this week's video. Like I said, interesting stuff coming out of Rockstar. Will this impact GTA 6? Probably not. Absolutely not.
Doubtful.
Because Rockstar, being Rockstar, just loves controversy. In fact, knowing the craziness behind Rockstar, I wouldn't even put it past them to have engineered all of this. Like, I genuinely.
All of this was part of my machination master plan.
Like, it sounds really freaking like tinfoil hatty, but I don't know, man.
You
Rockstar is one of
never
them
know.
companies that'll do all kinds of crazy shit.
Hmm.
They're like that one crazy
They've
uncle.
got the crazy track record going on, so you never know.
Yeah. You just look into the history of Rockstar and all the stuff that's happened to them over the years, both good and bad. Some of it is, yeah, pretty bad, but a lot of it is just freaking hilarious. And a lot of it is very either heavily implied or just straight up admitted to be kind of them doing it to themselves just for clicks. So, they're the internet troll of gaming companies. But anyways, so yeah, that's kind of the video this week. Hope you all enjoyed. Hope you all found it interesting. And yeah, let's see what happens next week. I don't know. Maybe Ubisoft will get hacked and Yves Guillemot will do something. I don't know. Maybe he'll sell out to Xbox. I don't know. Can he even do that now? That take or not take two. The Chinese firm NetEase owns a good chunk. I think it's NetEase owns a good chunk of his game. I don't know. Well, anyways,
Who knows?
so anyways, that's the video. Hope you all enjoyed. Have a good week, everybody. Oh yeah, and comment video.
Put a comment down below on your opinion of this
Comment down
current
below,
topic.
but that is what I'm thinking of. Articles down below if you all want to read all this in full detail. And now, finally, goodbye, everybody. Have a good weekend.
Have a good one.